We got Kenny Beecham, aka King of the Fourth Quarter. We done with back the 90s. You know that trend is going crazy. He said Jordan don't got no left hand. Oh my goodness. Bro, why we gotta compare players, bro? Why can't we just enjoy them? I saw the clips of Jordan going left, and he's dunking the ball every time, bro. You don't need a left hand if you can dunk the ball going left and right. Why do a layup if you can dunk?
What's the word, y'all?
You got a 40-inch vertical, and you can dunk the ball. Why do a left-hand layup for when you can dunk it?
Let's talk about this. We done with the 90s.
Even if he goes right, you still can't stop him. You're just like James Harden. You want to force him right, but he's still going left. You can't stop him.
Trend that we're seeing over on TikTok, and Instagram, and Twitter. Now,
Julius Randle.
But I'm pretty sure the creator over on TikTok named Yo Reaction was the original.
Yo Reaction.
Basically started off with him going back and watching a bunch of footage from the 80s, deciding that he didn't like it, that he was done with it.
Well, he's taking clips. These are clips. He's not watching no full games. No one's watching there watching a full 90s game, bro. They're watching clips. There's a difference between watching a full game and clips.
It bled into the 90s.
Some people don't sit in front of a TV no more and watch full games, and that's a lost art nowadays. You gotta sit and watch the game from start to finish. That's a lost art.
In his opinion,
you know what I'm saying?
The games that he's watching,
people don't have time anymore, and their attention spans is fried.
Jordan had no left hand. Jordan, Larry Bird, a lot of the players from the 80s and the 90s are extremely overrated, and so on and so forth. And then he went extra viral for it. He's got a couple million view videos in here. Shout out to him.
Attention span is fried, and they don't have the time. It's a combination of both.
To give their 2 cents on the whole thing, and now we're done with the 90s. Can trend on Twitter and on TikTok and stuff. And I gotta admit, I have never felt more like an old head than when I saw this trending. Now, I was born in the 90s, but I have no cognitive memories of the 90s. I was born in 96. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really there for Jordan's last couple rings or so on and so forth. But all of this ends up stemming from the Jordan versus LeBron debate. The most washed and tiring debate in all of sports. This is where it comes up to, right?
Always.
We have been conditioned by the First Takes, by the Undisputed, by all of the other shows that we grew up watching, where the GOAT debate was talked about 3 times a week, that now we as fans do the same thing. And it's tiring. Go watch.
Don't get paid a single dime for it either.
Let you know how tired I am with this whole debate. Go watch my appearances on different TV shows or different people's channel when they ask me who is the GOAT. I do not care. And sometimes I'll say Jordan.
Just like me for real, Kenny. Just like me for real. I don't care, bro. I ain't trying to argue.
And sometimes I'll say LeBron because I don't feel like
arguing.
You
got it, bro. You got it.
If I'm talking to an old head, if I'm at the barbershop and an old head is there and he knows what I do for work and he asks me who the GOAT is, I'm going to say Jordan because I don't really care. And I know that's his answer. So I'm going to agree with him because it doesn't matter to me. If I'm talking to somebody that's younger and they ask me who's the GOAT, I will say LeBron for the exact same reason. I'm not here to have no debate, no argument because it
that's efficient right there. Just handling your time efficient, bro. You don't want to stand there and go back and forth with somebody, bro, over a basketball player. They don't even know that you exist, bro.
Matter.
It's a waste of time.
Who is the GOAT? Who's not the GOAT is so overdone. Because the reality of the situation, if you believe that Jordan is the GOAT, there's nothing that LeBron can do in his career to make you think otherwise.
Yep.
If you think if you think Bron is the GOAT, then there's nothing that Jordan did do that's gonna change your mind. So why have the debate? Nobody's ever had the Jordan versus LeBron debate and saying, you're right, the person that I disagree with. So now I'm
no one's saying that. You're right.
No. You know how I know that the discourse of NBA debate has been
a rarity in the internet.
Heavily swayed by the things we grew up watching.
You're right. You're right.
So on and so forth. Is that this type of thing, the discrediting of previous eras, is a almost strictly basketball thing. We're the only fan base that does stuff like this.
Yeah.
The NFL fans is not looking at quarterbacks from the 1990s and saying that really good quarterbacks now are dramatically better. They're not discrediting, though. They're not discrediting John Elway. They're not discrediting Dan Marino in the favor of quarterbacks in 2024. People are not looking at 1990s baseball and saying Frank Thomas can't mess with Vladdy Jr. Everybody normally just respects the previous eras because, in my opinion, the basketball
that's how it should be.
1990s and the basketball in 2024, the objective is the same: is to put the ball in the basket more than your opponent. But these are different sports. It is apples to oranges. Those players did what they did to help that these players can do what they do.
Facts.
It's been an evolution of the game, just like every sport. You cannot compare any sport from the 1990s to 2024 and you're going to see it be exactly the same way, whether it be the way it's called, the way medicine has evolved, the way techniques and strategies have evolved. This is just the way of everything, not just a sports thing.
Evolution.
It's always going to be an evolution. So in 2024, undoubtedly, the talent pool, the skill level is dramatically better than the 1990s.
Yep. Same thing. When you get in 2040, 2050, it's going to be better than it is right now.
That's without a debate. But never you see me trying to discredit the 90s just because now is better with the talent pool. Things were different. But again, all of this just stems from a Jordan.
Like it's a whole cycle, bro. The 80s were better than the 90s were better than the 80s because of skill level. Then the early 2000s better than the 90s, and now the 2020s better than the 2000s because of skill level. It's just gonna keep on rising up every generation.
4 more Super Bowl rings to match Tom Brady, right? There's a lot of question about could he become the eventual GOAT when his career is over. If he somehow does end up winning those extra 4 Super Bowl rings, do you think when we get to the point where they're trying to figure out who's the greatest quarterback that we're gonna go back and say, hey, Tom Brady's first ring? I gotta Google it. I'm not that huge of an NFL fan to know when his first Super Bowl was. Hold on. Tom Brady's first ring was back in 2002. Well, back in 2002, the way the game was played was a lot different, yada, yada, yada. So, therefore, we can discredit what Tom Brady was. You know what I'm saying? It's just, for me, again, maybe
That's
I'm just
crazy.
old now, at the old age.
It's crazy. People be like that, too. Oh, it don't count. It don't count. It don't count. That was back in 1990. It don't count.
Brady was, you know what I'm saying? It's just, for me, again, maybe I'm just an old head now.
Oh, LeBron's ring is in the bubble. It don't count. It don't count. It don't count.
Feels weird. And again, if you're doing it for the memes, you're doing it for fun, do your part. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to tell you to not have fun.
Yeah.
People that are actually using this to like...
Yeah, I put in their lives on the line, bro. Veins popping out of their forehead, bro. Yeah, it's for you, for y'all.
Spark up
About to cry over this crap, bro.
And so on and so forth. It's just kind of weird. As much as this is on the now fans that are creating this trend, this is also on the old heads too. Do not get me wrong. Y'all are not safe because LeBron James cracked 40,000 points, a number that we have not seen and we may not see for another 30 years. And instead of basking in the moment and
he'd say, "Oh, Jordan better. If he ain't retired for 2.5 seasons or whatever, he would have got that record. He played a few more seasons, he would have got that record." Instead of just congratulating LeBron.
Years of consistently being healthy on top of the league, it was like, well, if Jordan played X amount of years, he would have done it too. I just said that. Like, what is happening, bro?
See, LeBron got the longevity. Don't mean he's the best player ever because you got the longevity.
I started my brand. Not a plug because we ain't got nothing on sale right now. When I say enjoy basketball, this is what I mean.
Yep.
Let basketball be the thing. Man, life is hard. And anytime I can sit down for 2.5 hours and forget about the real stuff that's going on in my life through basketball, I'm here for it. I couldn't imagine watching somebody do what LeBron has done and being like, well, back in my day, it's just exhausting for everybody.
My God, like, geez Louise, bro, can you just enjoy this moment?
Fans that don't really enjoy.
You never seen this before.
Thing of basketball, they're there for the debates, they're there for the storylines and the drama revolving around the
media.
Again, that's fine. Everybody consumes different things different ways, but man, it's kind of frustrating, especially when it's in my comment section. For example, this is Kenny Rent session. Yesterday, Anthony Davis had a stat line of like 24 points, 20 rebounds, like 7 assists, 7 blocks, or 7 steals, 3 blocks. He did it against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were without Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, so on and so forth. I made a simple tweet, and I didn't even watch this game live. Only thing I saw was a stat line. I made a simple tweet saying that that Anthony Davis stat line is insane. I didn't even comment about the actual basketball because I didn't watch it. I just saw the stat line, and anytime somebody has a 20-20 game and is 2 blocks away from a 5x5, that is an amazing, amazing feat. And boy, you would have thought I said something super controversial the way my comment section was. Well, Kenny, he did it against Luka Garza and Naz Reid. It don't count.
Yo, actually say that?
Out. Just give the flowers and move on with the day, or don't get flowers.
Bro, I say that something. I would be trolling, bro. I'll be trolling when I say that, but
giving the flowers. The reality is,
it don't count. You did against Luka Garza. You did against Luka Garza and some other dude, so it don't count.
To every single era. The 90s and the 2000s is like this dead ball era where the offense was give the ball to our best player and let them cook, but there is negative spacing. The 2024 era is filled with lackadaisical officiating, 5-out offenses, and it's just easier to score baskets now. You cannot look at these stats and
Dennis
convince me
Scott?
that this is like these are apples to apples. This is 1996 total 3-pointers made. In this season, there are 16 players.
Dang, dude
that
shot
made
42%. He's at the NBA and 3-point %. No, he didn't. Who's this man? Tim Legler. Legs! The dude on ESPN, he shot 52% from 3? Dang! I didn't know he was like that. 52%? Dude, nowadays, hey, you ain't even gotta, you just gotta look at the rim, they'll fall for your pump fake, bro. You ain't even bring the ball to your head. You just gotta look at the rim, they'll start jumping. Dang!
Over 153s. And what you're gonna notice from this is it's a lot of guards and some wings, right? We're talking about 16 total players to make 100.
Shot 52% from 3. Looking like my 9th grade math teacher, bro. he said he shot 52% back in high school.
52 players.
But he turned down a college offer. He had a whole bunch of scholarships to college, but he turned it down because he wanted to stay with his girlfriend.
This is a different game. And amongst them, we have power forwards.
They're looking like my 9th grade math teacher.
A lot of different positions. There's more variety here, right? The game has evolved. I've been all over the place this video. It is what it is. All I want my closing remarks to be is that comparison is a thief of joy. I think it's okay to allow the previous eras to exist without comparison. And just let these 2 eras, these 5 eras, the 10 eras that we have of basketball exist on its own. Who's the GOAT, Jordan or LeBron? None of it matters. Leave a like, subscribe.
Yep, Kenny said it best. What Kenny said. Shout out to Kenny.